Hey folks, Drew Walden here with Papaw Odell's in Cleveland, Tennessee, and today on the bench we have a lovely Collings Mandolin. This mandolin was mailed to us by a Mr. Ken, who wants the action as low as it can possibly go and wants the mandolin to play as easily as it can. During inspection we also noticed that the saddle was cracked. Told Mr. Ken about that, and he actually already had one, so he mailed us this one that he had. So we're just going to install that on there. We'll also be checking the frets and making sure everything is good to go. But let's just take a quick second and look at the action that it is currently set at. It's already got a pretty good setup on it. In fact, I would say it's a really good setup, but we're going to try to make it just a little bit better. So at the 12th fret, we're looking at like 67 thousandths. And then 55 thousandths on the treble side. That's pretty low. Let's see what we've got here on the nut. So at the nut, we've got 15 thousandths, 18 thousandths, 15 thousandths, and 16 thousandths. So the action at the nut's already pretty good, but we can drop it a few thousandths. We're going to put a set of GHS silk and bronze on here. It's a low tension string, so we may have to adjust the truss rod after that. So let's check the frets real quick, and then we'll go ahead and take these strings off, replace that saddle, and get the new strings on so we can do the setup. Where is my fret rocker? There it is. Let's just check these real quick. Alright, so the third fret's just ever so slightly high, and then we've got some frets where the neck joins the body. This is very common on a mandolin, but they're a little bit high too. So when we pull the strings, we'll take those down. Yeah, so let's get started with that. I'm going to put a little protective layer here where the strings come through the bridge, just to keep those ends from digging into the finish. Alright, so we've got the strings off now. These tuners are very, very loose. Let's see if we can't get those tightened up. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Overall, the mandolin looks to be in really good shape. A little bit of play wear. Yeah. Alright, so now that we've got the strings off, we're ready to take the next step. So now we're going to be leveling the frets out, replacing this saddle with the new one that Mr. Ken mailed us, giving it a good cleaning, putting some strings on it, getting it tuned back up to pitch, and then we'll start the setup process. Stay tuned. Alright, so we've got the frets leveled and taken care of. Didn't need much work, just had a few little high frets and a few little high frets here at the neck joint. Went ahead and leveled them out and polished them out and oiled the fingerboard, did a little bit of cleaning, put the new saddle on the bridge here. And so we're ready to put some strings on. Again, we're going to go with these GHS Silken Bronze. These strings are excellent strings, very warm sounding, low tension, so they're easy to play. I've put these on a few mandolins and I really like these strings. So that's what we're going to put on Mr. Ken's mandolin here. Again, we're trying to make this mandolin as easy as possible to play. So we're going as low as we can. With a low tension string, it should be easy to play. So next step is we're going to get the strings on it, get the truss rod set right where it needs to be, and then we'll start working on the nut, the action here at the bridge. Yeah, the finish line is in sight, so let's keep going. Alright, so we've got the new strings on it, we've got the new saddle on it, and the bridge is currently set as low as it can go. We did end up loosening the truss rod just to flatten out the fretboard just a little bit when we leveled it. We've tightened it up about halfway now. Looks really straight on the treble side. Looks like there is just maybe an ever so slight amount of relief on the bass side. So I think we'll probably tighten that up a little bit. Maybe. It feels pretty good right now, actually. Let's see what all the other measurements are real quick. So right now, at the 12th fret, about 54 thousandths, 41 thousandths, so that's good. So it's 14 thousandths, 17 thousandths, 15 thousandths, 16 thousandths. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and loosen these strings up and tighten the truss rod just a touch. Try to get a little bit of that relief out, and then we'll tune it back up and see where we're at. Alright, let's see where we are. Now that we have just the truss rod, let's take a look. Alright, so we are just about perfectly straight right there. Right at 50 thousandths, 31 thousandths there, so that'll probably have to come up. Maybe. Be pretty sweet if we could keep it that low. 12 thousandths, 14 thousandths, 14 thousandths. Alright, so now we're going to start working on the nut. Let's go. Can't get any lower than that. It's like 7 thousandths right there. That is super duper low, super duper low. Put a little bit of Dr. Duck's Axe Wax in there. All right, let's move on to the A string. We can go lower. We can go lower. I'm gonna go down another thousandth. Perfect. Jeez. Perfect. Good morning. All right, folks, so we've got Mr. Ken's Collings Mandolin all set up and ready to go, and it is just playing as sweet as it possibly can. This action is as low as you can possibly go without buzzing. And we've got these GHS silk and bronze strings on them. They feel so nice. Just a lovely instrument. I love the grain in the spruce top. It's got some pretty maple on it. Let's see here. Thanks for watching. See you next time.